Alright guys, welcome back. So today what I want to talk to you a little bit about is the map function of your GPS, and specifically in this case the Lowrance Hook 7. And this Hook 7 has got the Navionics Plus map already installed, so that is a great function. So I want to go through the menu options that they have. So we've already got it uploaded, it's gone through the startup screen. We're on our maps, which you get to by hitting the pages button. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna hit the menu. So when you hit menu, it's gonna give you a couple different options. The first one is return to cursor. So automatically when you do that, it's gonna take you back to the last place you were. So if you see here, this is one of my spots that I last fished, basically where I turned my fish finder off the last time I was fishing. So it's gonna automatically take me back there. Oops. You hit menu one more time and you can see now it will say return to vessel. So maybe I was trying to find that perfect waypoint by scrolling around. When I'm done scrolling around, I can hit the return to vessel and hit enter, and it'll automatically take me back to where my boat is. Maybe I'm under power with the big motor and I'm running, or maybe I was on trolling motor and I was just kind of searching around a little bit. This gives me the function to go right back to where I was. If I hit menu again, we take a look at the next one. This is your new waypoint button. So that is one way of doing it. You can hit this button and you can set a new waypoint. The other way of doing this is just by hitting the enter button. That will automatically set you up for a generic waypoint. So you can then go through, change the icon, change the name, and all the information associated with that waypoint. And of course, the other way of doing it in a case of emergency is by hitting both the plus and the minus buttons on the screen, which stands for MOB, man overboard. Alright, so after setting a waypoint, the next one down is your find function. So when you go to find, you can actually look for any type of waypoint or track that you might have saved. In this case, I'm in simulator mode, so there are no waypoints. If I hit menu again, I'm going to close the dialog, okay? Menu again, and now we're going to look at the next one, measure. So this allows me to actually measure the distance between 2 points. So I can mark a point, scroll out to another point, and find out how far that is. Maybe I'm looking for how long a run across the lake. Maybe I'm looking for how far of a distance I traveled on my last time on the trolling motor. Lots of different options there. Next one down is waypoints, routes, and trails. So you can see here, there are 14 waypoints saved on my personal one. My routes, I have got one route. It's a distance of 53 miles because it is one long continuous trail. So every time you're going out, if you would like to start a new trail or a new route, you just need to make sure to go in and hit enter for new trail. Because basically, I have traveled so far in this kayak a total distance of 53 miles. And of course, the last one is the trail. So I have it set at one trail right now. And I do follow the same path whenever I go and fish this one particular spot. I have it set in purple or magenta, and I can turn that color on and off. So when I used to fish coastal waters, anybody that's fished in the salt water knows that the tides change from summertime to wintertime. So when I would run the boat in the wintertime, I would have blue trails. When I ran the boat in the summertime, I would have red trails. That way I could turn the certain trails on and off. I knew wherever I went in the summertime, I could not necessarily go in the wintertime under a lower typical tide. So that is a good way to kind of mark your different types of trails. This gives you all your options to edit, set a new, show, delete all of them, maybe save them to a card, or maybe bring from one unit and load them from the card onto this unit. And then of course you have the function of returning to your chart. If we hit menu one more time, you can see that your next option down here is going to be your orientation. You have north up, meaning that your north is always facing up, and you have your COG, basically the direction you're traveling in. So depending on how you like your map, if you like your map to rotate, then you would like COG, so that your boat is constantly facing up. The next option is your overlay data. And so what it means by overlay data is the information that will show up here on the screen. So you can turn all the data on and off, or you can come down and you can edit the data that's on there. Here's the information that I like to have. I like to always have my depth, my water temperature, my voltage, and what time. And then I can go through and I can set exactly where I want it on the screen. So you can see again my depth, my water temperature, my volts, and my time. And then the last function is my settings. I can hit the menu button again from here, and I can go into greater detail. So under my charts, I'm going to hit the right arrow over. So you can see here my chart data is my Navionics card that's loaded. And again, it gives you a couple more options where my waypoints are turned on, my routes are turned on, my trails are turned on. I can go back into the waypoint routes and trails menu from here. And then I also have the option of turning on my grid lines, meaning I see my longitude and latitude on the screen. I don't prefer that. It adds a lot more information to the screen, and this is only a 7-inch screen. By hitting menu again, it'll allow you to back out and go back to your menu. Some of the other common functions you have are the zoom in and zoom out buttons, and you will see right down here, this would be as if I was 150 feet overhead. And then like we spoke about before, I can hit the enter button and I can automatically drop a waypoint. It's going to tell me my longitude and latitude, it's going to tell me the name of it, and it's going to give me the icon that's used. I can edit all of this on the fly, or I can go back later and edit it at my leisure. And then it'll just ask me would I like to save it. In this case, I will not. Alright guys, so that's just a little bit of the common functions used on the mapping on the Lowrance Hook 7. If you have any questions about it, please comment below. If you like this video and you want to see more like them, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos in general, go ahead and hit the subscribe button in the bottom left corner. And as always guys, thank you.